Hello and welcome to a very quick lesson on creating a side-scrolling shooting game. I've been asked by a number of people to make this game. I am going to make a fuller, more complicated version with backgrounds and more levels, but in the meantime I'm going to start off with just a very basic game that perhaps we can make in about 4 or 5 different rules. So the first thing I need to do is make a new game, and the first thing I'm going to do is change the screen size to, so I've clicked application and I'm going to change it to slightly bigger screen, 8x600. I can't go much bigger than that because I'm actually playing using VMware and my screen slows down a little bit. So I've gone to application, I've changed it to 8x600, and when I clicked OK, it's changed my frame as well. So I click in here, and now I can start to put the objects that I need in my game. The first thing I'm going to want to do is I double click on the screen, and I'm going to want some lives. And again, double click, and I want to score. So I've put in the score, and I've put in my lives. Then I'll need to use the objects I'm going to use in the game. The first thing I've done is I've gone to games, and then I've gone to spacecraft, and then I've picked a particular spacecraft that I want to use. The one that I'm going to be using is, let's have a look, which one will I use? Shoot 'em up space game, and I'll pick that particular craft. I'll make it a bit bigger. So that was from Shoot 'em up space game. Then I'm going to go to miscellaneous, and there's a number of ones we can use here. Well, first of all, I want some bullets, so I'm going to take those bullets. And I also want an explosion, so there should be some explosions there. I'll just take that explosion. And now I need an enemy spacecraft, and I'll take that one. So I've got everything from either explosions or bullets or shoot 'em up spacecraft, and there it was. So this is going to be the good guy shooting bullets across the screen. So as you can see, this is facing the wrong way, so double click it and I can click rotate, and that's gone the other way. I want to test the movement on this, so I'll click movement, and it goes in 8 directions. The speed's a bit slow, so I'll put it up to 50. This is facing the wrong way, so I'll rotate it and I'll click OK. It's a bit big in relation to my ship, so I'll just make it a little bit smaller. I'll do. And the last thing I need to do is work on the explosion. So I've shown you this tip before. At the end of the frame, it'll leave some fragments behind. So if you clone it, then pick the last frame, select it, and just delete everything. So that leaves a blank patch on your screen. So they are all the objects that I'm going to need in my game. I'll move those out of the way because they don't want to be on the plane surface to start with. And the last thing I need to do is an active object that's going to go up and down the screen and fire this object for me. So I'm going to all objects and create an active, and I'm going to place it at the top of the screen. And then the movement, I'm going to put in a path. And where did the path? First of all, it's going to go straight down. Go down to the bottom of the screen, so I'll take that down. It's going down to the bottom of the screen. Then I want it to reverse at the end and go back up. And then I want it to loop. I want it to continually go up and down. So now this will go up and down, and I want it to fire that object. So I've pretty much got everything that I need. So I can pretty much start making the game now. So press Control and E. And the first thing I need to do is perhaps fire. So I'll right click, and then the keyboard upon pressing the key, and I've pressed the space bar, and on pressing the space bar I want the ship to launch an object, and I want it to be the bullet. and I want it to be in one direction, and it'll be that way. So it'll fire the bullet across the right of the screen. The next thing I need to do is a collision between my bullet and the enemy. So collision, I can do between the bullet. Collision of another object, this time it's the enemy, and I can click OK. So when there's a collision between the enemy, I want an explosion, so I'll create a new object, and I want it to be the explosion. And it'll ask me relative to, it'll be relative to, the object is hit, and I'll click OK. So now, fire a bullet. If a collision between a bullet and that, there'll be an explosion. I'll want to score, add 1 to the score, and then what I'll want to do is I want to destroy the ship, because we don't want the ship to continue. It ends once it's been hit, and I want to end the bullet because it's done its job and it's had the explosion. So now I need to probably put in the collision between the enemy when they hit me. So again, it'll be a new collision, and that can be on me, collision with another object. It'll be the spacecraft. When there's a collision, I want there to be an explosion, and I want the explosion to be on me, so relative to me. I click OK. And when that happens, I want to lose on the player control. I want the number of lives, subtract 1. So I've got 3 lives, and then once I've done that, I want to destroy the enemy craft, because he's hit me and there's been an explosion and he's gone. But at the moment there's nothing launching these, and I want my active object to launch. So I need my active object to launch something. So that's going to be done by a timer. So new condition, timer. Let's do it half a second. So I'm going to get rid of seconds. That'll be too slow for now. You can play around with these speeds yourselves. Click OK. So every half a second, launch. It's the active object. Launch an object, and I want it to launch this. The direction will be here, here, and here. We want it to come at a slight angle to make the game a little bit harder. So I click OK. And now I've launched those. So what have we got? When I press the space bar, I fire an object. When there's a collision between the object and the enemy, there's an explosion. I think those 4 rules could get the game going. So let's quickly have a look. I'll press F8 to try the game. And yeah, so let's have a go. Yeah, everything seems to be working as you expect. My score's gone up. Now there's been an explosion when it hits me, and the lives go down. So in 4 basic rules, we've created this game. I suppose the last thing we could do is go back up to the application, right click, put a new frame in. If I double click that frame, double click the top, and I can go down to games, I can put a high score in. So I'll put a high score there. So I've got a high score screen. If I go back to the main frame, Control and E, and I can just put a condition in. So let's have a look. Compared to players' number of lives. But there was already one there for me actually. So where were we? When number of lives reaches 0, I would like it to go to the next frame. So when I reach 0, it should go to the next frame. So let's press F8 to run this game. And I need to hit a few objects. So I've scored a few. Now I'll allow myself to be killed. 1, 2, and one more hit. 3. I enter my name. I click OK. And there I've got a high score. So there you have it. In 5 rules, we've created a game. I hope you found that one useful. I will make another version with different levels in there, and I will add some more features to it. Thank you for watching.